Sergio Aguero or a Mo Salah putting the goals in, the other team haven't, you know, it's a bit like that.
They are part of the Latin Heat team, are they?
I was speaking to Carlos, the Argentinian, the Argentinian rugby league chairman, trying to get rugby league off the ground. And our common ground was Sergio Aguero and Pablo Zappaleta and the like, all the players who've played for Man City over the years.
It's amazing some of the work, just hearing the stories from the ASEAN official Peter Thompson yesterday.
Yep.
Just how they go about getting rugby league off the ground. It's just amazing work what these guys do. And
I won't name the country, but I was talking to an official from one country who was talking about how the government are resisting it. It appears in some ways we've not moved much past the Vichy government of the 30s and 40s in France. You know, rugby union's entrenched in so many ways and institutionally, and rugby league's just constantly fighting a battle all the time to try and get up and running.
So underway for the second half, and Farkas takes a hit up. There's been a few positional changes here for Hungary in this second stanza as Akachoi starting the second half. Weatherall at dummy half. David Farkas will kick this down on the corner. It's not a bad kick. Chases are coming through, but Sultana will be back there to clean it up.
Hungary.
Oh, he's spilt the ball, Sultana. The referees said it's been back bad here. Just trying to work out what that decision is. This is where we need
He's given the ball back to Malta.
Oh, there you go. I saw the ball come loose, and obviously Hungary's got a hand to it, but still not a bad start for Hungary this second half. Good kick away after their set. So scrum packs on the 10. Nathan Benson with the hit up here. Run straight into Aaron Farkas.
Hungary will really ruin the start to that game where they were 10-0 down after 4 minutes, was it?
2 tries in the opening 5 minutes.
Because otherwise it'd be 6-0 down now and feel well in the game, but the longer it takes them to get on the scoreboard, the tougher the job will be.
So Green will play it. Campbell goes for a kick from dummy half.
Good early kick too.
Nathan Farkas will bring this back up, and Campbell's there to be the first tackler along with John O'Dallas. So Varga will go for a run. As Lee likes to say, Ravanelli.
He's the cult hero of Hungary, I reckon.
Yeah. Gerich.
He's gone okay too. He's a few tough carries and probably stands out a bit because that long hair flying around when he gets hit.
So just short of halfway, and Aaron Farkas again taking a hit up, number 6. So they go back out to the right, inside pass from Jared Farkas, linking up there with Paul Ivan, and Ivan's brought to ground. So they go back for the kick. It's a high one down to the wing here for Scott. It's a tester, and he's fumbled it. It's going to go into touch. So Hungary here, a golden opportunity to hit back. I'll get the scrum feed, 15 out from the line. And we saw with that kick there, the wind playing havoc for Scott down in that corner. So Hungary just getting themselves set here. And a big shout out to all the volunteers that's helped with this tournament, especially all the ball boys and ball girls. They've earned their pie and coke today in the rain. Paul Ivan.
Did you say pie and coke? I'm starving.
Here's Gerich. So 8 metres out from the line, Hungary here. Aaron Farkas waits for it at dummy half. Passes it to David Farkas. Inside runner here is McEwen. McEwen gets away from one.
Bit of something different from Hungary there, which is long overdue, I think. Throwing the ball back inside.
Well, that one's gone to nowhere. Vargas picks it up. Dallas wraps him up. Gerrich goes into dummy half. It's a wobbly old pass there, but Nathan Farkas has got it. So it's still centre field. Last tackle. They spread here to the left-hand side. They come this way, but they go the short pass to Califas. Califas could be over.
Nah.
Held up.
Nah, well done. Malta have put bodies in the tackle really well.
So it's a hand over two. Simon Califas thought he had one more tackle, but no, the referee says hand over, so Malta survive. Benson will play this 15 out from his own line. Here's Scott looking to make amends.
Just to get on, just to get across to those watching the sort of nature of this tournament, we just tried to get somebody on who will remain nameless on commentary, and he said, "I can't. I'm on a sickie from work."
Here's Dallas. Jono Dallas almost bust through. He's just been collared there by Flanagan on halfway. Sultana. Inside pass, here's Lennox.
What's been your favourite commentary box, Paul, of the tournament?
Probably St Mary's.
Okay.
So they gave me some free drinks.
Is that a hint? Put that over the loudspeaker around the stadium.
So 2-8. Bring this back. And he's just driven back, and like all the grounds, I'm used to, if I'm calling games, I'm used to calling on the back of a ute, and we're right on the sideline. So brings a whole dimension, being up a bit higher.
The real feature of the game has been the Maltese bodies in the tackles, hasn't it?
Certainly has. Some good defensives, some big hits in the Greece Muir game. There's Kovac. He had a good first half, and he's started the second half the same way.
He's been the best prop on the field today.
As Flanagan goes for a run from dummy half.
Well, Flanagan's not tired after all them tackles.
Last tackle for Hungary. David Farkas, little chip over the top, but Tyler Castle's there to clean up. Gets away from one tackle, but there's one there from Aaron Farkas. Picks him up and throws him into the Cabramatta turf. Here's Scott.
Said it already in the first half. Next try crucial.
He's Green. He scored the second try for Malta.
Not rained for a while, Paul, has it? I think this field might stay okay.
Yeah, it's held up remarkably, considering there was big puddles just to the right where the ball is.
There's a bit of afters there at the ruck.
Johnny Dallas dancing around. He's wrapped up. The Jamboree Superoo. He's lost the ball now. So let off there for Hungary. Some coaching staff of Malta just to our right.
First ever game I watched in Australia of lower grade football, apart from NRL, was at this ground. In February 2007, Manly Sea Eagles versus Parramatta Eels in Harold Matthews and SG Ball. And the temperature was about 480 degrees for a pommy who'd just flown over.
McEwen here with the run. Interesting that you come over here and you see the junior system.
There's a weight of numbers thing as well. I mean, I think if in England, for example, which is the other sort of big rugby league nation alongside New Zealand, if you're tall and sinewy and muscly kind of thing, you might lean towards football, as in soccer.
Flanagan goes down the short side. Sorry there, Lee.
No, you're all right. So a Greg Inglis type physique before he started bulking up might have ended up in soccer, you know, and there's so many others. Billy Slater would have played soccer, I would imagine, if he grew up in Liverpool as opposed to Melbourne, or, you know, as opposed to where he did in Queensland, sorry. And I just think on the eastern seaboard of Australia, rugby league is such a part of the fabric through generations. Well,
we've got a bust here from Kyle Castle. Kyle Castle, he's put the afterburners on. Farkas is coming across. Nathan Farkas wraps him up. The help of Flanagan. Good run from Castle. Quick play the ball. Tyler Castle's in at dummy half. Rodriguez gives this away to Stone. Stone straightens up. 5 metres out from the line.
I fear for Hungary.
And now Malta get a penalty here. Ivan just got tangled up in the play the ball here, and the referee, I think, is going to call out the captain here of Hungary. So David Farkas is just going out to have a chat with the referee.
Good tactics. If I was Farkas, I'd ask 6 more questions of the ref while I was there too, just to get the defence breathing in, get the extra energy.
So Ben Stone will just kick this over the sideline. And now he'll take the tap.
What's on for Bar TV after this tournament?
Well, as Lennox just gets at centre field, there's plenty of stuff coming up, a bit of cricket as they go through the hands of John O'Dallas, and good hit there from Paul Ivan on Dallas. So, the Noosa Sevens,
okay.
the opposite rugby code that kicks off on Thursday.
Well, both those sports you just mentioned need some help in this country, I think. Australia collapsed overnight, didn't they, against Pakistan?
Yeah, we won't go there.
I just did, come on.
Yeah, so a bit of cricket, a bit of badminton as well.
Okay. So no off-season, you're saying?
Not really. Here's Gerich. Like a lot of these players, they're not really. Oh, this is good defence here from Malta.
Numbers in the tackle.
Here's Kovac. So, yeah, not much of an off-season, but like these fellas, and it all starts again in about February again with the footy season. So, another numbers in the tackle there for Malta. So, Malta muscling up here in this set. It's Daniel Ivan has another hit up, coming in groups of 3 and 4 here, the Maltese.
Doing it well too.
As they look for a 40-20, it's not a bad one, but Sultana gets a difficult bounce back there. And the Farkas line of defence is there. It's David that ends up making the tackle.
Just sort of sensing the Maltese are getting the noses through each time they carry the ball forward as well now. So I really fear for Hungary in the rest of this game.
Stone. Taken down on the 40. Still 16-0. Malta in front of Hungary here. They come this short side is Kyle Green. Straight into Aaron Farkas. Here's his front row partner, Phillips. Last tackle for Malta. Campbell's certainly got plenty of minutes here for Malta. Jake Attard started the game at hooker. Hasn't come back on. It's a little stabbing kick down into the corner. It's going to split Toure and Farkas. Cruz Toure will bring this out, take the tackle. He could be driven back here. You're right, Lee. Malta have seemed to up the tempo here in defence, and here we go again through Stone, dragging Farkas back, but he's gone to ground. So there's still 5 out from their own try line here as Brent Varga comes in for a run to help the forwards out.
Well, if there's no penalties here, this set is going to be 20 metres at best.
Gerich now. Lennox and John O'Dallas in the tackle. Here's Farkas. Nathan Farkas is his second hit up here.
They just had a commentator's curse again.
Well, there you go.
They were just a bit slack around the A defender there. They just switched off a little bit on the 4th tackle, I think it was. And at this level of football, with the experience some of the players have, that's all you need to do. You know, you just switch off for a second, and then somebody will sniff that out and step into the space where you should have been. And then the next thing is a quick play the ball in the back of it and a penalty. You know.
So Gerich with another hit up inside Malta's territory here, and there's still plenty of time left in this. If Hungary can get one try, they've got a sniff. There's Kovac picking out defenders.
I think he's a man of the match contender already, and he's in the team that's losing by 16 points. He's been brilliant.
Stack this short side, but they're gone out to the right. As Paul Ivan dances around, flicks the pass out the back to Toure. This is Jared Farkas with it. He runs straight at Lennox. Helped out there by Kyle Green. So 20 out from Malta's line. Quick play of the ball. Flanagan goes for a run from dummy half. Here's this big second rower, Moser, brought down 2 metres out from the line. Flanagan goes to the short side. It's a flat pass, and McEwen, he couldn't hang on to it. To be fair, it was around near his ankles.
Every time I think Hungary are going to score a try, there's 3 or 4 Malta bodies fly into the tackle. It's been a real feature of their defence, and should they get through, which is looking more and more likely as the minutes tick over, they've got to provide the same intensity when they play New A, because the New A bodies are about twice the size. Again, real big side New A. I stood next to one of the props earlier, and if there was a sun out, he would have put a shadow over me. He was huge.
So Hungary, as McEwen goes for a dart from dummy half. So they've got the scrum here, Hungary.
On the flip side, if we get a try now, then...
Well, here's Flanagan from dummy half. He's barged his way over, but he's going to be held up. Lennox has ended up with the ball. The referee says play on. So Malta get it back. Good work from Jake Lennox. So nothing going right for Hungary. Ben Stone brings this out again. Normally plays in the back row. I think he played 5'8" the last game as well. Oh, good hit there. Hungary.
You can see Hungary are just trying to make something happen in the game now. The scoreboard pressure will start to tell.
16-0. Jake Attard's come back out onto the field for Malta. Dallas. Guess the kick away, not the best one, but Varga's going to have to chase back for it because he's got the Nathan Benson coming down, and also Tyler Castle. Help of Kyle Castle as well. Varga got the ball away, but the referee says no, go back and play it. Here's Gerich. Jason Gerich. So New 8 already booked their place in the final. Still over 24 minutes remaining in this one. At the moment, Malta 16 in front. Daniel Ivan getting dangerously close to that sideline as Malta defence try to push him over. Now Hungary get a penalty here.
They've got to take one of these chances soon, Paul.
So as a coach, when you start looking at the clock and think, I've run out of ideas. Here's Kovac.
I think you've got to throw a bit of caution to the wind. I think, it's do or die today.
Flanagan goes to Jared Farkas. Jared Farkas straightens up.
But there's also an argument to say I bet their completion is still quite high in the 70s, and the pressure could tell eventually, and they could get some quick-fire tries. But it's easy for me stood in this palatial commentary box. I just don't see that many points in Hungary at the moment.
Kovac. Oh, he was through, but the referee's called him back. Hungary almost had a try, but the referee says no. He's just taken the tap on the wrong spot.
Ugh.
So we take 2 for David Farkas. And now Stuart Flanagan will run straight at the line and go centre field, 5 out. Wetherell back on the field, 2 for Hungary. They come out to this left-hand side through David Farkas. Short ball here to Daniel Ivan. Daniel Ivan's driving. He's brought down 2 metres out from the line. Can Hungary come up with something here? Farkas again. Almost gets around, but very good defence there from Tyler Castle. They go out to the right again. Here's Paul Ivan linking up with Jason Gerich, and he's been picked up and thrown into the turf by Nathan Benson. Short side play again here. Paul Ivan, he's picked up and thrown back. He throws the ball out the back. It's going everywhere here at the moment. I think Gerich threw the pass. He's ended up diving on it.
Surely this pressure's got to count at some point.
So another penalty. And we've got a player in the bin here. Looks like Kyle Green's been sent for a bit of descent. He was nowhere near the plate. So interesting to see what Hungary do now. The extra man, still just over 20 minutes to go. Jake Attard's just having a word to the referee, probably just trying to soak up a bit more time. So Wetherill with the ball in hand, take the tap. Referee finds his mark and will get underway.
Nice rest for the Maltese defence again.
Certainly was. Here's Flanagan. Still 8 metres out from the try line. So they go through the hands. Inside pass here to McEwen. He's ran hard all day. The defence is there again for Malta.
If he just straightened up into that hole again easy from where we are, there was a hole opened up for him, so he needed to straighten up and he was in. Big hole on the right. So
here's Kovac. Kovac inches from the line. Slow play the ball. David Farkas with it now. He'll run himself here. Good tackle there from Aaron Greach. Wetherill, dummy half. Jared Farkas, he steps back inside. He could score. No, good defence again here from the Knights. Last tackle. They're stacked here on this short side to the left. They come this way. David Farkas, long pass has been picked up. Toure, we've got a try in the corner. Nathan Farkas will score.
Forward or touchline.
Well, drama. Hungary just can't score. Put his foot out in the end goal. Malta survive again. Now they go straight on the attack here with Castle. Castle straightens up. Flanagan's there. He's bumped straight through. It's a good run here from Kyle Castle. He's got no support, still going. He's bumped away. Throws a long pass out to Tyler Castle.
You can probably hear the Maltese coach screaming in the background.
Well, eventually play stops on the 30.
Who'd be a coach, eh?
Here's Dallas. Here's Martin, Josh Martin. So Hungary. And all the possession the last 5 minutes up Malta's line. Now Rodriguez takes it to the 20. Crucial period coming up here for both teams. Hungary need to hold out. Jake Attard goes straight up the middle. Wetherill just grabs him by the collar.
Nothing worse if you're a big prop than a little hooker scooting like that.
Here's Dallas, runs in the line, steps back inside. Here's Martin. Good pass there from Dallas. I'm not sure if Martin was expecting it.
If Malta score soon, they can book the place in the final, I reckon.
Dallas. Inside pass again to Sultana. Sultana's diving for the line. And
held up.
Referee rules held up.
There's been a lot of that today, hasn't there?
It certainly has. And you could tell there by the Malta players' body language there. They weren't too keen on that ball getting down.
No, everybody wants to play in a final, that's why. It's everyone's gone up another level today. I reckon the Malta team have been working on defence all week. They've been really good in defence. That said, I don't know the Hungary attackers tested them as they should all the time.
Dallas with a cross kick. It's not a bad one for Stone, but Nathan Farkas has done
Here we go.
He's through half a Gabby, gets around Rodriguez. Farkas. Oh, great tackle from John O'Dallas, but he's still going. Great run from Nathan Farkas.
Both teams forgotten how to defend for a couple of sets. We'll just have some length of the field runs or half a length of the field runs. Open the game up a little bit.
Still through the hands. That's a great tackle out there by Kyle Castle and Vargas. Gerich will go for a run cross field. Starting to open up this in the final 20 minutes. Here's Kovac. Kovac does the dummy, takes the tackle. 25 out now from Malta's line. They come this short side again. David Farkas throws it back into Jared Farkas. 10 out from the try line now. Last tackle for Hungary.
Get a repeat set.
David Farkas, little kick in there for Flanagan, but it's been picked up by Jake Attard. Attard's still going, stepping, weaving, and he's brought down by probably the biggest fella on the field, Daniel Ivan.
Hasn't he made a couple of big plays, Jake Attard, in the last 3 minutes?
Certainly has. started the first half. He's had a long break on the sideline.
The clock's going slow for me. I can't imagine how slowly it's going for the Malta coach, but for the Hungary coach, he's probably going really fast.
That's a good kick from Sultana, but it's held up in the wind. Touré's will pick it up. 4 Maltese players down there to circle him and put him down on the 20. Brent Varga will go for a run for dummy half.
Hungary starting to look tired now too, taking a couple of plays for everyone to get back, and that's including the outside backs. And you can understand why. It's been a brutal game for so long. Like it's been an arm wrestle for everything but bar the first 5 minutes.
So McEwen steps back inside off the left. He's done that pretty much every time he's taken the ball. Comes back in centre field. Wetherill did well to pick that up from dummy half. Here's Kovac again.
I'm trying to find where our changing rooms are, Paul, for the 5:15 game.
Jared Farkas puts this up high.
Changing rooms are at two venues here, underneath us and behind the goals. So 4 changing rooms at Cabramatta.
Well, both teams come out from underneath us here, and Greece and Niue come from the canteen, behind the canteen.
So the next game should come from the canteen, and then
you'll be underneath. Yeah.
Well,
don't take my word for it. We've got a knock on here from Malta.
You heard it here first on Bar TV. If Hungary don't score now.
So just under 16 minutes to go. 16 the difference.
You know it's a tricky day weather-wise when I turned into the car park at 12 o'clock and the floodlights were already on full beam. I thought I'd pulled into Castleford or St Helens or Wigan or...
So what have Hungary got here? Need a try desperately. Jared Farkas. Maltese defence has been brilliant.
Hungary have been great though too. They've been so committed, and you can see why they've won 2 games already in the tournament, gone undefeated up until now.
Wetherill's just come off, and Josh Cregan's just come on actually.
And only 2 interchanges left too now.
Nagy, I should say, for Hungary. It was reading the wrong sheet. It's a good run there from Moser. Hungary 10 out from Malta's try line. Flanagan will go himself from dummy half. He needs support. He may not need it. And the Maltese defence is there again. So Flanagan plays it. David Farkas at dummy half. Here's Jared Farkas. He'll run the line. He puts Gerrich through. Jason Gerrich has been brought down short. What a try-saving tackle from John O'Dallas.
I thought he was in for all money then.
So they go again. Paul Ivan cut out pass. He finds Brent Varga in the corner. Hungary get a try finally.
Get this over and run back and have another crack.
The referee points to the spot. 16-4 of a kick to come. And that's persistence for Hungary. They just kept trying and trying, and finally they come up with a try. But what about that try save a moment ago from John O'Dallas?
If you keep knocking on the door, then eventually somebody will open it, and I think they've been knocking on it now for 60-odd minutes. And as well as Malta have been defending and throwing bodies into the tackles and last-ditch tackles, you've got to wonder how long they've got the energy to do that for, which could aid the Hungary effort, but at the same time, Hungary have got to do what they've done for so much of the last 2/3 of the game, just keep completing and see what happens. If there's one team you wouldn't want to play with 13 minutes to go in this tournament and only 10 or 12 points up, I think it'd be Hungary based on what they've done so far.
You know, they've capitalised on the extra man too. But the kick is unsuccessful, so it remains 16 points to 4. As the rain comes back here at Cabramatta. Just a light rain here. Very heavy early on this morning.
Gonna have a look at the radar, see what we've got coming up. I'm starting to get my coaching head on now, mate, for the game. Big team, Vanuatu, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Physical.
They don't give up either. There's a good deep kick off there. And Farkas will offload this to Ivan, and Jake Attardi, he got bumped out of there running through. He went in the back of Jason Gerrich.
That doesn't look pretty on the radar, does it?
Certainly doesn't.
I think it might just be missing us, though. Or the big chunk of it is missing us anyway. Good luck if you're in the centre of Sydney.
Kovac, just short of the 40. Flanagan at dummy half. They come this short side. Paul Ivan. So David Farkas will just stab this down on the corner. It's not a bad kick, but it's going to run dead down here in that corner. That first game, Greece and Niue, there's a big pile of water in that corner, and it would have held up if that was still around. So the drainage is pretty good here at Cabramatta. So Benson with the restart. Clock ticking down for Hungary. Green back out there on the field. So Malta back to the full 13. Here's Ben Stone. Quick play the ball. Jake Attardi goes straight up the middle again. Runs straight into probably the wrong person, Billy Moser.
He's come into his own the last section of this game.
Stone again.
Both sides a little bit tired. Hungary in particular have got some big bodies, and he's a smart little hooker. He'll be sniffing around, looking for the lazy ones.
Dallas just stabs this down. Touré's there to pick it up. Dallas will clip Touré. Tyler Castle comes over the top. Hungry with it all to do. There's Nagy just on the field. A clean jersey. Won't take long to get dirty up there. So go through the hands. Moser trying to get it around Scott. Couldn't. He's gone for the quick play, the ball.
The jerseys are nowhere near as dirty as I thought they would be, though, when I saw the weather forecast today.
Yeah, it's exceptionally. I thought we were going to have a throwback to the early 80s.
Yeah, not quite a mud bath.
So Kovac will play it just short of halfway. Jared Farkas will stab this down to the right corner, but Sultana's coming across. It's a dodgy one. He's done well to pick it up. Probably could have let it go dead, but he's played at it. We're into the final 10 minutes here. Still Malta 16, Hungary 4. Benson will help the forwards out and go for a run here.
Field goal would kill Hungary off.
Jake Scott.
Not from here, mind.
Into the win. Well,
Pat Richards isn't playing for Malta, is he?
There's a good run here from Martin. Josh Martin straight through. He's still going. He's got support with Attard. And Attard's just been taken out there without the ball. Could have been a penalty. The referee allows play on.
Hungary looking tired now.
Dallas just stabs this down. Well, it looks like Nathan Farkas has gone into fullback. Good kick there. He's a metre out from his own try line. Nagy will go for a run from dummy half.
Malta need to use the new term that's crept into the game manage now. Just need to manage this game to the end now. Win the game 16-4 or 17-4 or 20-21-4.
Well, David Farkas has come off for Hungary, the halfback.
One of their better players too, so
it looks like Nathan Farkas has gone to fullback and Chris Touré has come up either playing halfback or 5'8".
Hungary are really tired.
Jared Farkas pressure pass there to Paul Ivan. Vargas now spilled it. So a scrum here with a Malta feed. This could be the opportunity for Malta to seal this and move into the final. The Emerging Nations Championship, the first one in 18 years. Dallas inside pass to Martin.
Let's hope it's not too long between drinks for the next one.
Here's Martin again. He was almost through up to the 20.
Wouldn't be surprised if Malta go over eventually.
So here's Adam Campbell. He's back out in the field for Malta. He spilt the ball.
Oh.
So let off here for Hungary.
I've not got anything right in commentary today, have I? Hope it doesn't spill into my coaching.
I think it's because you're standing next to me. It's catching. So
Okay.
make sure when you're coaching, just go stand on the other side. You'll be fine.
Well, I'll be out there in the weather, whereas here I'm in this air-conditioned and heated actually, glassed palace. Good view from up here though, Paul, isn't it?
It is. It's a great view. Great little complex here at Cabramatta.
Bit easier than Sunday's commentary conditions.
Yeah, on the milk crates.
No umbrellas getting in the way here.
So Hungary will have to go 80 metres here to get another try. The Maltese defence, they're in numbers once again. Here's McEwen, run straight at Stone. It's hard around the legs. Help out also there, Phillips. Paul Ivan trying to get through, but that Malta defence has been excellent all day. And as you said, Lee, with the response here of this emerging nations here as Flanagan goes for a run from dummy half, hopefully it's looking possible that there will be another one in 4 years, or maybe even earlier than that.
Well, the scouts are starting to come out now and look at some of the talent on show. Obviously, the world's got around. I got a message from England last night about one of my players actually. So you know that's Bar TV. We've got Bar TV to thank for that.
And that one's just in the field of play. So Malta scrum feed here. Well, that's the thing. I often say about the Newcastle and the Canberra comps that we cover, the Illawarra comp, that there's players running around in that competition that would suit a League One team in England for sure.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, linking in a little bit what I said earlier about some of the governments in the different countries putting in roadblocks for rugby league to move forward. I think in, was it Abu Dhabi there was a problem, or in Dubai or somewhere like that there was a problem. With social media now, we can circumvent that. If Donald Trump's presidency has taught us anything, it's that you can circumnavigate or circumvent some of the traditional media avenues, I suppose, and something like Bar TV, which anybody can access in most countries anyway. There's no better platform basically, and social media, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc.
Here's Castle. Bumps away. Castle's got the fullback coming across. He's got a mile of support inside, and here's his brother Tyler Castle. Good tackle there by Nagy. Attard goes into dummy half. Dallas, long pass to Rodriguez.
Two more
Here's
passes.
Sultana,
One
cuts
more
out
pass.
to Campbell.
Yeah.
Campbell, we've got a try in the corner. Josh Cregan, he's just come on. And that'll about do us here at Cabramatta. Malta get another try. 20 points to 4 with a kick to come.
Do you mind if I take my leave, Paul, and go and get my boys ready for the game?
Mate, absolutely. You've done well. Thanks, Lee Addison.
Thanks for having me.
The Polish coach. He's got a game coming up. The last one here today against Vanuatu. After this, we've got the Philippines up against Turkey.
Make sure you watch our game, everyone.
And thanks, Lee, for joining us in the commentary.
Thanks.
And Nathan Benson now will look to add the extras. And it's been a good effort from Hungary. They can hold their heads up high in this tournament. They weren't expected to get this far. But just that early start from Malta, it's proved too costly. 2 tries in the first 5 minutes. So Nathan Benson lines this one up. And if you're just tuning into the coverage, after this we've got Turkey v Philippines. Let us know where you're watching from. We love your support of the emerging nations World Championships. Benson strikes it, but it's not going to come around in this strong wind. So it remains 20 points to 4. Heading into the final moments of this one. Josh Cregan, he's just come on the field. Scores a try of his first touch, and I've just looked at him on the sideline here. He's got the arms crossed. I think he's still cold. So Hungary go with a short restart. Cregan, the man who scored the try, well, he's fumbled it. It's gone backwards, thankfully. Adam Campbell's on it. Here goes Cregan now. He spilt the ball. So the final 2 minutes here. Can Hungary get one more back? The game's as good as gone.
Coming up shortly in game 3, we'll have the Philippines versus Turkey.
20 points to 4. Hungary still looking to score points. They pack the scrum quickly. The referee, now he calls time off. So, chance here to finish strongly. So Jared Farkas, he'll just chip and chase for himself. Is he going to win the race here? It's going to be close. Well, Paul Ivans come from nowhere to beat them all and score underneath the post. The big back rower finishes off strongly for Hungary. So 20 points to 8. Well done to Paul Ivan. Jared Farkas, I think he was kicking for himself, and the big back row has just come from nowhere to steal the show. So well done, Hungary. They've finished strong. They've had a good game, but just that opening couple of minutes has cruelled them. Here it is again on the replay. Jared Farkas with the kick over the top. You can see Ivan just comes charging through, dives on it. Great stuff from the big back rower. That knee's been heavily strapped. He got a bit of a knock in his last game. He's come back, recovered well. So Jared Farkas with a try assist will line this one up as we hear the siren go in the background. So I just kicked the chair behind me. Farkas adds the extra, so that's full time. Malta go into the final of the Emerging Nations World Championships with a 20 points to 10 victory over Hungary. They can hold their heads high. They've done well, but Malta too strong in this one. We'll take a quick break here on Bar TV, and we'll be back with the third game here at the Cabramatta Complex between the Philippines and Turkey.
Malta progress through to the Grand Final Cup, and Hungary go through to the third and fourth place playoff on Saturday. Congratulations to both nations. Coming up soon will be Philippines versus Turkey in a few minutes' time. We'll see you again shortly.